guys, welcome to HITT Core Yoga. It's Wednesday night and tonight we are doing a 5x5 by 5 plus 5 workout. So if you've never done the 5x5 workout with me before, I think there's one other video like it on Facebook on my channel. But yeah, so it is we're exploring pulsing contracting the muscle and going to full range of the muscle. So we're going to go whatever exercise we're going to do, we're going to go half range and then we're going to go full range, and we're just going to go out we're doing 50 reps of our 5x5 in a certain exercise. And then we are going to follow that up with 40 seconds on, 10-second rest group of exercises, and there's going to be 5 of those, and it's going to go I think it's a burpee, and then a core exercise, a back exercise, side planks, I can't remember them all, but it's going to go in order, in certain order, and so it'll just kind of follow that formula the whole way through. You'll catch on as I go along as well. So we're going to start up like always in our in doing some yoga and some light stretching. So come onto your mat and we'll start in child's pose. So bring the knees wide and your big toes are touching, and stretch your arms forward. Get grounded. Stretch out the back. Take some deep breaths in through the nose and some deep breaths out through the nose or out through the mouth. On your next inhale, we're going to lift up, walk over to the left side and reaching at an angle, bowing towards the left knee. Drop the head. Let's go to the other side. Right side, bowing down towards the knee. So come back to center, bring your palms to touch, and then forehead to the floor. Bend your elbows, thumbs to the back of the neck. So releasing the arms are forward and rise up from there. So let's come up into tabletop pose. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and knees underneath your hips. You round the spine. And then release the spine to cow, and just keep moving back and forth. Cat and cow. Inhale, dropping the belly, exhaling, flexing the spine. So spread the fingers nice and wide on your mat. So stretching out through the hands and wrists here. Okay, move around in a circle motion. Pick a direction to move into. Start to bend into the elbows as you are doing that. Move around in the shoulder joints, hip joints, the knees. So switching that direction. So just do about 3 or 4 on one side, and then switch it up. Just keep switching from side to side. Then you're just kind of moving to wherever you feel good and what kind of feels more natural to you. Of course, you're breathing. Try to breathe as natural as possible, engaging the core just slightly. Think of this pose as trying to unkink any kinks in your body. If you've been kind of sitting or standing for a while. Then you kind of want to get the hips a little more mobile. Shoulders. All right, so back to center from here. We're going to tuck the toes under, and then we're going to walk your hands back to your feet. So you just press yourself up into a squat at the back of the mat, and the knees go wide. Don't worry if your heels don't touch the floor. Come forward into plank pose. Lower through chaturanga, lift into up dog. Come up into downward facing dog. Come forward into plank pose, and then back into downward facing dog. Come forward into plank pose, lower through chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Forward into plank pose. Back into down dog. Reach those heels down. Forward into plank pose. Downward facing dog. And forward into plank pose, lower through chaturanga. Upward facing dog, and then back to down dog. You're holding that down dog. Pedaling the feet out. So bending into the right knee and left knee. Maybe looking underneath your right armpit and left armpit at the same time. Try to let the head just be heavy. Looking back at your feet there. Step your feet wide, and then start walking your hands towards your feet, sinking down into the hips again, so you come back at the back of the mat into a squat position. Then lift your left arm to the sky, so leaning to the right as you're doing that, and then release down, and then switch to the other side. Lift your right arm up, and then release down. Come forward into plank pose. Lower through chaturanga, up dog, and then to downward facing dog. Right away, lift your right leg back behind you, and then bring it down, and then the left leg, stretch back, bring it down, right leg again, and bring it down, left leg, bring it down. Right leg, and then bend into the knee, and then start doing a circle around in the air. Up to the side, down and back, opening up that hip, and release, and then switch sides. The left leg, bend into the knee, and you'll circle around. And release. Look forward at the hands, step up to your hands, and just come into that forward fold at the top of your mat, folding. Legs are pretty much straight, but you can have a bend into your knees if you want to as well. Back to center, let's rise up all the way to standing. Lift your arms above your head, deep breath in, and then exhale, open up the arms and float forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up all the way. Reach out to the sky, bring your hands back to your heart. Clasp your fingers here, and you're pressing down and then lifting up through the arms. Take your hands back behind you, clasp behind you, pull back, look up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, rise up. Arms reach up, and then exhale, hands to the heart. Step your right foot back just a foot. So just a staggered stance. Your feet are still hip distance apart. Clasp your fingers, press down. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, take your hands back behind you. Clasp behind you. Bow forward. You're just playing around with balance a little bit there. Holding this forward fold. Also just targeting your left hamstring muscles a little bit more. And then you can pull up through the arms. We're coming up all the way, reaching up, inhale, and then exhale, hands to the heart. Step your right foot forward, and then step your left foot back about a foot. And again, just kind of find your balance there. Feet hip distance apart, or you can bring them wider if you're feeling really off balance with just hip distance apart. Clasp your fingers, press down. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, take the hands back behind you, clasping behind you. Pull back, look up. Exhale, back forward. bowing towards your right knee this time, hips pulling back. All right, coming up all the way, reaching up through the arms, inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart, step forward, clasp your fingers again, press down, lift up, lean to your left side. Come back to center and lean to the right side. Breathing into that. Come back to center, open up through the arms and come out all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back, right knee down to the floor, and take the arms up. Deep breath in. Exhale, hands down to the floor, step back to plank. Lower through chaturanga. Up dog, and then come back to down dog. Step your right foot forward, left knee down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Step forward to the top. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up all the way. And then exhale, hands to the heart. Okay, let's just begin spinning, twisting left and right here. So you get more of a dynamic warm up. Just twisting, letting the arms kind of wrap around your waist. Relax your shoulders. Let momentum kind of take over. Relax your head, neck as well, your jaw. Okay, and then slow that down. We're going into a squat and toe touch reach. So come down into a squat and then kick your right foot forward and reach with both hands towards that foot. And just keep alternating which leg you're reaching for. Inhale, exhale, exhale and reach. Try to keep your chest up. We're trying to get the hips warm. Again, the hamstrings warmed up. One more on each side. All right, and then arm swings and butt kickers. So right over left arm and left over right arm. And you just try to draw that heel towards your bum. So like I said before, we are doing 5 different groups of exercises. Every exercise is going to be different, but kind of that same theme. When we go to our 40 seconds on, 50 seconds, 40 seconds on, 10 seconds rest, it'll be kind of in the same theme as we go along. So there won't be a ton of explaining to do. You'll catch on really fast, but each group will be punctuated by a 5x5 type exercise, which we will be getting into very shortly. The 5x5 is a little bit more challenging just because I am going to go at a certain pace, and I just want you guys to follow along. So I guess that's going to be the challenging part, or maybe not so challenging. Depends on your ability here. But we're going to just pump out 50 reps of a certain exercise. So we're doing that quite quickly in a full range and half range of motion, depending on the exercise. Okay, couple more here. Hope you're getting warm in those hips already. Breath in, breath out. Okay, and then going back to just swinging the arms from side to side. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. And then we'll just do one more, a little bit of a reach. So we're going to bring the feet wide, toes are turned out, bend into the knees, and then just reaching at an angle, right arm over to the left side, left forearm is on the left knee, and then go over to the other side. Go over to the other side. And go to the other other side. One more on each side. All right. Okay, and then come back to center and shake it out. So you can go to the box shuffle, or you can kind of just do whatever swinging motion to keep yourself warm as I explain what's about to happen. So we're gonna get the hardest one, in my opinion, over with. First is 5x5 push-ups. So we are doing 5 full range of motion push-ups from the toes. You can do this from the knees. So this is full range. And then when we do that 5, then I'm gonna say pulse, and we're doing these 5 short pulse motions. So you're going down really low and pulsing out, keeping your elbows bent and not extending your arms in that full range motion. So that's what I mean by pulse. It's gonna be kind of the hardest position you can be in while having that contracted muscle in your bicep. And we're gonna pump out 5 of those. And then we're gonna go back to full range and then back to pulsing. And that is gonna just go back and forth. So basically you're doing 10 times 5. So 50 all together. And then we'll take a short rest as I explain the next one, or the next group of exercises, which will be the 40 seconds on 10-second rest exercises, okay? So you get a little bit of a break to recover after we just do these 50 push-ups. So I'm not going to time it. I'm just going to call it. So just be ready, and you can start from your toes, or you can go from your knees right away, or you can just start from your toes, and as it gets harder, then drop to your knees, and that's what I might end up doing because I haven't done this in a while, so I'm a little bit nervous. But 50 push-ups, you guys, not like your regular push-ups. Okay, so when you're ready, so starting in plank position and go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my goodness. So, that was definitely the hardest 5x5, doing those pulses in full range. So high five if you got through that one. I'm just gonna go right away to explaining our 40 by 10. So first one's starting with a burpee, a regular burpee, and that's lowering the chest all the way down to the floor. So at the top, down, pushing up, jumping up. That's gonna feel awesome after you just did your push-ups. So that is what we're gonna start with. Then we're going to do mountain climbers. So plank, these are your mountain climbers, or slow mountain climbers. Then back bows. So now we're focusing on back muscles. Lifting, releasing. Both feet, both arms coming down as best as you can. The next one and the next two will be just side plank right, side plank left in that formula. So side plank hip dip on your right side, and you can do that from your forearm as well, or your hand. So hip dip, just hip dip. Okay, you can do that down here, leg straight, hip dip. Okay, pull underneath you. Okay, you want to drop and pull. You want to focus on pulling that shoulder underneath you. You can do that with the bottom shin to the floor if you absolutely need to, but try not to until you're just exhausted. And then you can shorten your lever. But try with the hardest version you can, and then you can modify as your body gets tapped out. And that's how you push yourself, and that's how you will see results, okay? Okay, so that's right side, then left side, and that's our group of 5. And that'll be our first round. So 10 seconds to get ready here. And we're starting with a regular burpee for 40 seconds. Traditional chest to floor. And go. Jump in. You can do stepping back and stepping forward too. And just reaching up at the top instead of jumping up at the top. You want to try and do as many reps as possible to get your cardio up. That's the point. 8 seconds left. All right, that was it. Mountain climbers are next. In 4, 3, 2, 1. So in plank form, try to keep your bum down, try to keep your back flat, and drive the knees. Keep driving them up. Try to have your straight arms, shoulders back. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Okay, back bow. So on your belly, lifting arms and legs at the same time. And go. Try to keep reaching through the arms and just lifting to your highest range of motion, even if it doesn't feel like it's very high. You're trying to contract your back body line and then release it. Almost there, 8 seconds. All right, that's it. Now side planks. First starting with that right side hip dip. In 3, 2, 1, go. So you can bring your hand onto your hip. You can lift your arm up and do it that way. My feet are just kind of staggered here. You can stack your feet if you want to. But I want you to really focus on pulling, pushing up there that hip, drawing that shoulder under. Think about pulling your armpit towards your hip, so underneath you on your right side. So you're working your shoulder, you're working your lats, and you're working your obliques on that side. You got 3 seconds left. All right, and then right away to the other side. And again, you can modify if you need to. 2, 1, go. So this is how the flow is gonna go. We're gonna, after this one, we're gonna go back to a 5 by 5. Then we're going to do our 40 seconds on 10 seconds rest. We're gonna start with some burpee of some kind. Then we're gonna go to a mountain climber of some kind. And then we're gonna do a back exercise of some kind. And then we're gonna do our 2 side planks. 3, 2, 1. Okay, that is it. Have your rest. We'll get into a 5 by 5, and I will be leading that, so no timer. So first 5 by 5, or second 5 by 5, now we're into lunge zone. So we're gonna do a right lunge, so right leg forward, left leg back, back heel lifted here. So just plan it out. So when you drop down to your knee, your left knee, your right knee is not going way over. So you're not like that. Okay, just try and stay right into the center. So this will be full range. So down and up, straight leg, and then bend. You can tap that bottom knee to the floor, or you can just kind of almost tap it and then straighten. Okay, when I say pulse, you're down here, very low to the ground, pulsing, again, where it hurts the most, and you feel like your legs are on fire. That's when you know you're in that right position. So we'll do 5 full range, 5 pulsing, back to back, back to back for 50 reps. All right, let's get into that type 2 fun, everyone. Right leg forward, left leg back, hope you're ready. Hands can be at your heart when you're ready. And go. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pulse 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. March it out. Whew, that lactic acid out. All right, next round. Our burpee is going to be a burpee jack. So you're gonna do a jack at the back, jack at the top. Jump back, do a plank jack, jump forward, do a jump jack. Our mountain climber will be twisted mountain climber. So opposite knee to opposite elbow. Our back exercise will be half jack, reach downs. So you're coming down like this and then moving like that. So down, so I'm in a squat the whole time. So, sorry, down, putting your hands down, and then reaching up in front of you. Down, and then reach. Okay, stepping the feet wide. And for that reach, okay? That is working the back. Now, for side planks, we will do elbow to knee and a half star right side first. So top elbow, top knee, knee, and then star. Knee, star. Okay? You can do that with the bottom shin to the floor. You can do that with your forearm on the ground to modify. Okay. And then the other side, left side on the other side. So burpee jack is what we're about to do in 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Jack at the back, and then do a jump jack at the top. So plank jack, jump jack. Seconds. 2. All right, that's it. And then we're into a half jack reach down. So I'm just gonna face this way. So starting down here and then coming up. So I'm sinking back. Kind of flying out your arms. Elbows elbows bent. Keep your core engaged. You'll feel this in the legs for sure as well. All right, so mountain climbers, twisted mountain climbers are next. So opposite elbow to opposite knee. 2, 1, go. So you can go slow, you can do fast. Try to keep your hips down, right? You're not like this. Doing a down dog. Check your form. Shoulders over wrists. Drive the knees to the opposite elbows. Keep your core engaged. 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Side planks. So knee to elbow and then a half star. Right side first. Go for it, knee, and then reach out. So it takes some balance, so definitely if you need to, go on your shin or go on your forearm, just to give yourself a little bit of grounding, then definitely do that. Feel that on the outer hip. 5 seconds. Woo. All right, that's it. Go to the other side. Shake it out. 3, 2, go. Knee to elbow. Reach. Eight seconds. Almost there. It's definitely a challenging pose. 20. Okay, that's it. Oh my goodness. Okay, good job everyone. That was round 2 done. And we'll get into our next 5x5, which you know is coming, and that is the left leg forward lunge position. So hope you're ready for that. So just line it up, measure it out, left leg forward, right leg back, get into your lunge, extend in your lunge, make sure you're feeling comfortable, that your feet are hip distance or even wider apart from each other, so that you can just ground in and grind it up. So we get ready and go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, unpulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. 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 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my goodness. Shake it out. Okay, our next group of exercises. This burpee will be a burpee 10 times pendulum will be the legs swinging out to the side. So you're going to start at the top. You're going to jump back into a down dog. So bum up, take one leg out to the side, and just pendulum. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it'll be 5 on each side. So you're relying on the hips to swing out the legs and just going back and forth. So keep your core engaged and just try to do the best you can. If that's too much to kind of do the pendulum motion, then you're just doing kind of, you're lifting down, right leg down. So you're just doing a slower, more controlled version instead of the hopping kind of pendulum style. Once you get to 10, then you jump forward and then you jump up just like your burpee. So then we're doing spider mountain climbers. So the spider ones are just going to be like regular, but you're going to try and get the feet on the outsides of the hands. So you can start with that lunge, just like kind of your lizard lunge position. I'll show you from here. And then you're, okay? So when you transition from each side, you're doing a hopping and you're gonna push down into your hands so that you're almost like you're gonna do a handstand. So you're gonna put a lot of weight in your hands as you transition to get the other leg into the lunge. Okay, so it takes a little bit of practice, but that's how you kind of get the momentum there, and that's how you're gonna get the stretch. But if you would rather do the slow motion here, so you're in that position, step to the plank, and then step. Step to plank, step, okay? But you're gonna be in plank the whole time. Now, we're doing, for backs, we're doing a back bridge pulse. So, just your regular back bridge pulse. So knees bent, feet together, your hands could be down or up, pushing it up into the shoulders, down, so you're pushing the pelvis up to the ceiling, and then lowering it down just above the floor before you push back up. Okay, make sure you're feeling that in the glutes, so keep your glutes on, keep your glutes engaged to really feel that connection and work those glute muscles as well as your back muscles. Then we're for side planks here. We are doing side plank toe touches. So on your right side, and then this one is just doing those. So kicking forward, and then you're in that reach position, kick forward, and then a reach position. You can do that from your forearms as well, or drop a shin to the floor if you would like. Okay, 10 seconds to get ready, everyone. Let's get into a burpee. 10 times pendulum down dog to burpee. Okay, go for it. So jump back and go 1. And then you jumping forward and jumping up. So just count to yourself. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Try to really pike up as you are here. Legs are mostly rigid. Oh, 10 seconds left. Core engaged. Oh, okay. Next one is the spider mountain climbers. Whew, legs, you guys. Okay, go. Too much, you can also put blocks underneath your hands to help you. That'll especially help you if you feel like you have tight hips and you're trying to do this. Woo. 4 seconds. Okay. Okay, back bridge. Nice relaxing back bridge. 3, 2, okay, go for it. Squeeze up and then release. So exhale when you press up, and then inhale on your way down. Try to bring that heart rate down while you're there. Pay attention to your feet, pushing down through the heels. Maybe we're just pausing at the top to find your bridge before you lower. So finding that contraction and then releasing it. All right, next one, side plank, toe touch reach. On your right side first, from your hand forearm, and go. So top hand reaches your top leg, which will be your left. I'm exhaling as I'm kind of tucking a little bit. When I reach, contracting. Seconds. 1. Okay. Other side. Whew, getting hot in here for sure. Okay, and 1 go. Don't worry if you can't touch your hand to your toe. If you are hamstrings are really tight and you can kind of do that, that's fine. Go to whatever range of motion is available for you. Seconds. Oh, 4 seconds. Hope you're hanging in there. All right, good job. That was it for that round. Good job, everyone. You can take your drink of water if you need it, not too much. Okay, almost through it. So we are on, okay, so we're on our 4th round. And that means we're doing bird dog on the right side. So we're gonna work back and glutes is what we're targeting for our bird dog. Full range of motion and half range of motion. So we're gonna be in this tabletop position. I'm just gonna face this way so we can see. Your bird dog is opposite arm and opposite leg. So we'll do right arm and left leg. So we're gonna go in, this is a full range. So in like this, and then out, in, and out. Okay, that's what we're gonna do for 5 times. And when I say pulse, we're gonna stay high, lifted like this, and we're just gonna pulse the arm and pulse the leg 5 times right there. So right where you're contracting that shoulder, and you'll feel that in your left glute muscle as well. And then we're gonna go back down here and reaching up. Okay, that's our full range. So that's what we'll start with, right arm and left leg. And I will just continue just facing this direction so that you can see me. So I'm gonna be counting it out. So when you're ready, get into your bird dog and let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 5, 4, one. Oh, that is a killer move. Okay, hope you could join me in that one. And we're going to be doing the other one in the next round here. So we'll get into that 40 seconds on, 10 seconds rest. So our first burpee is going to be a 180 burpee and get that cardio up. Jumping back, jumping forward, jump around. And just keep switching which direction. You're just doing half burpee, so you're just going to jump back to plank and forward, no push-up. For your mountain climber, it is a sideways mountain climber, so hopefully you're comfortable with coming off your mat for this one. Sideways, so we're gonna run off the mat, side to side. Your arms are gonna be glued to the mat. So you're just gonna run off your mat, center, and then run to the left. So run to the right, run to the left, and just keep driving the knees up while your arms are locked, while your shoulders are locked in place. Then swimming, so basically fluttering, opposite arm, opposite leg here on your belly. So doing this slow flutter, or fast flutter, or opposite arm, opposite leg, and just doing a slow flutter. Reaching up, okay? Belly is on the floor. Then side plank will be, the first one will be side plank to a T. So you're going to be in the side plank, and you're just gonna go side plank, and then you're just going to kind of round the spine, tip down, shoulders point down towards the mat. So rounding the upper spine, and then we're gonna open the chest. So rounding, curling, and then opening, okay? That's that one, and then the left side on the other side. So 10 seconds, get ready here, starting now, and we will do the 180 burpee. Again, this is our second last group of exercises here. So 2, 1, let's go. Jump around. And then our sideways running mountain climber. In 3, 2, 1, go. A little bit trickier if you don't have shoes on. But again, you're just trying to do the best you can. Try to keep your hips low and work that side-to-side motion. Definitely feeling the cardio. Okay, swimming. So fluttering, arms, legs. 3, 2, 1. Try to reach through those arms and legs. You bring the heart rate down as well here. Two, 1. Okay, what do we got next? We have side plank to a T. So on the right side. So curling and open. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Seconds left. 4. All right, so other side, and then we're done. This is the last one of the 4th group of exercises, so we're almost done, you guys. This HITT workout, go for it. Underneath, reach. So try to keep your legs squeezing together, abs engaged. Working on mobility here. So this is giving you some stretch as well as strengthening your body through the core. That twist is stretching some fascia across the back as well. So it's a total body. All right, that was it. That was the timer for that round. Good job, good job. So we are on the last 5x5 for this HITT workout. All right, just going to pause my calming music here. Save that for Shavasana. Okay, we'll get into our bird dog. So we did the right arm, left leg. Now we're going to do the left arm and right leg. And I will be counting that out for you. 50 reps, you guys. Left arm, right leg. So just find your tabletop pose. Get used to how that feels. And we'll get into it right away. So again, this is full range. And then the pulsing motion is doing this. So at the very top, you're lifting your arm and you're lifting your leg where you feel the contraction the most. And we want to keep that contraction and pulse it up and really build up that lactic acid. So let's get ready. So when you're ready, let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pulse 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pulse 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pulse 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pulse 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, last round, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pulse 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so that was that. Now, our last group of exercises here will be a switch leg burpee. So, a switch and kick. So we're going to switch in that lunge and then kick forward and then come back to lunge. Jump switch, kick. Jump switch and kick. Then we are doing a plank, alternate kick out, split kick out. So you're going to stay in plank pose the whole time and just kick out the legs. And just face this way, so you're just doing those the whole time, working your core. Then we're going to do a warrior 3 alternate leg kick out. So some balancing here. So again, working the back. So you're doing warrior 3 and then come to standing, and then you're going to tip forward and reach a leg out and then come to standing. Okay, so you can take that nice and slow, find your full range of motion, and then come back. You don't have to do it fast. Then side plank and side plank, straight arm to a V. I'm just trying to read what my writing here. So we are doing, a knee tuck. So we are here and we are just doing, so a knee tuck, and then, that can't be right. I think it was just this one. So let's go tap the foot forward and tap the foot back. So tap the foot forward, tap the foot back. And you can drop your bottom shin to do this, which makes it significantly easier. But if you can, as much as you can, for at least 20 seconds of that 40 seconds, do it from your, do it from straight legs. And when you can't take it anymore, then drop the bottom shin or you drop the forearm. And yeah, that'll be great. So 10 seconds to get ready. We are doing switch leg burpee. This is the final round of the group. 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick. So it takes a while to kind of get that feeling of the kick. Again, you gotta push into the hands when you do your lunge jump switch, so you can feel light through the legs. Almost there, 8 seconds. All right, okay, now into some core. So plank with alternate leg kick out. So nice and slow, working core. So stay in plank, and you're just doing those foot taps from side to side. Try to keep a straight body line. Okay, so we got our 2 side planks and then we are done. So on your right side, forearm or hand, this top leg is going to tap in front and tap behind. So you bring your hand under your hip just to keep yourself stable, or you can reach your arm up if you're feeling stable. Try not to twist your body. Try to keep your belly kind of facing that side wall. And again, that is kind of the hard part, is just trying to keep stable as your leg is trying to throw you off of that stability. Whew. Surprising cardio, these side planks, when you're not used to it. All right, that was it. This may be the longest 40 seconds of the whole thing. This last one, you guys, and then we're done. Okay, right leg forward and back. Just remember to breathe through it. Make sure that shoulder is underneath your, or the hand is underneath your shoulder, or just in front of your shoulder, just to help with that stability. Should be feeling this on the hips for sure. This is a great hip strengthener. All right, that's it. Good job. That was the last one, and we are done that HITT workout. So take some water, and we'll get into some cool down and some relaxing music as well. Okay, so what we're gonna do for cool down is just like always what I like to do, reaching the arms overhead and then bowing forward and sweeping down below. So inhale up, exhale down. Just think about your breath. Don't worry about trying to get down, touch your toes or anything. Okay, and then above, reach above. Here, grab onto your right wrist with your left hand and take it over. So stretching at that right side. Okay, and then come back to center and let's go to the other side. Okay, and then come back to center and then take the hands back behind you. Step your feet wide, pull back through the knuckles, pull the hands away from the hips, and then bow forward, but bend your knee. So we'll come into a squat. Okay, and I'm just going to rock from side to side because it feels good, but you can just stay centered here. Hips dropping down, arms are reaching, but if your shoulders are really tight, maybe your hands are just more onto your low back, and that is completely fine too. Okay, and then press through the heels so you can rise up and also pulling back through the arms, lifting yourself up, arms overhead, inhale, and then exhale, sweep down below. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, hands to the floor, step your right foot back and drop your right knee down to the floor. Take the arms up and twist to your left side, reach your right arm forward and your left arm back. And just trying to hold a tall posture here, breathing into it. So we're going to tip back, try to reach that left hand to your right leg, back of the leg, and then looking back, maybe over your shoulder if you feel like you have the balance, and you're looking forward or looking up at the ceiling. We're going to windmill out of this, plant the right hand down to the floor. Lift the right knee up off the floor and then reach up with your left arm. So really try to push back through that right heel as best as you can here. And then let that go. So bring the left hand to the floor, step back into plank pose and lower through chaturanga. Take it into up dog or cobra and then come back into downward facing dog. Walk it out. Step your right foot forward, bring the left knee to the floor, and reach the arms up. Let's twist to the right side. Bring the left arm forward, right arm back. Reaching through the arms, breathing, tip back, take the right hand to the back of the left leg, looking over the right shoulder or looking up at the ceiling. Okay, windmill out of that, plant the left hand to the floor, lift the left knee up and reach your right arm up. And you're squeezing that left leg straight as best as you can. Help activate this lunge, stretching through those hip flexors. Alright, bring that right hand to the floor, step back into plank and lower through chaturanga. Bring it into up dog or cobra, looking over your right shoulder here. Look over your left shoulder. Back to center and come up into downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, bring the right knee to the floor, and then come back into monkey split. So straighten out through that left leg. Hold on to the right toe, or hold on to those left toes with your left hand there, and just find that stretch through the left calf muscle there. fascia on the foot, ankle, and then move and tilt the foot. So tilt the foot so that the big toe mound is pushing out and little toe is pulling in towards you. And then tilt it the other way. So the little toe mound is pushing away and you're pulling on that right big toe, left big toe mound, inner arch, you're pulling that in towards yourself. Just breathing, just kind of slow motion, little adjustments to stretch different parts of the muscle and your ankle, feeling it just in different places, just exploring that. Okay, and we're going to release from there and then come forward to lunge. Step back into plank, lower through chaturanga, up dog, down dog, right foot steps, left knee down, straighten out that right leg. You can sit back on the heel, by the way, like I am, or if you're up here and that's all you can do, that's fine too. You can use your blocks for assist. Holding on to your right toes if possible here, and again, just kind of encouraging a little bit more intensity through that stretch there. And you can tilt the foot, so tilt it so that the big toe mound is pulling in towards yourself and then pushing away. Notice how it feels on this leg compared to this, compared to the left leg. If there's any difference in flexibility. All right, and then releasing. So let's come forward into a lunge, step back into plank pose. Go through one more chaturanga. Up dog, and then take it to downward facing dog. Walk it out. Okay, and then bring the knees onto the floor, spin the legs around. Okay, and then we're going to move into a pose that we did the other week. Bring the right knee onto the floor and the left knee is going to point up. So your legs are going to cross. So left knee is pointing up and the left ankle is on the outside of the right knee. So what we're going to do is first do a twist over to the left side. So you can hug that knee and then start twisting, feeling the rib cage roll open to the left. You can also take the elbow on the outside of the knee for some more leverage and kind of press yourself into the twist. Looking over the left shoulder. Okay, and then we're going to release, and then we're just going to do a hug for a glute stretch here. So we're gonna get nice and close into that knee, into the shin, and my arms are hugging right up onto the shin. And then I'm going to just adjust so that my weight is tipping down to the right, and my right shoulder's pulling down to the floor. As I'm pulling down to the floor, I'm pulling my leg in towards my chest as well. At the same time, I'm not going to tip all the way over. I'm adding a little bit of resistance by thinking about pulling my left hip back down that way. So back to the left. So think about pulling the left hip to the left as I'm pulling to the right with my top half of my body, with my arms. So finding that kind of push-pull, and you'll feel that a little bit more in that glute muscle on that left side. Keep pulling the leg in towards your chest as well, into the shin in towards your chest. Breathing. Okay, and then releasing out of that hug hold. Releasing to the other side. So the left knee shin will be on the bottom and the right knee will be pointing up. So just grounding in there through the hips. We'll do the twist to the right side first. So hug the knee and let's just rotate. So you want to keep a tall posture for this one, rotating to the right. My right hand is back behind me for support and try to keep my back as straight as possible. The head, you can turn your head all the way over to the right shoulder as well and stretch through the neck. Think about the rib cage rolling open as well. So that will, by getting nice and tall, you'll feel your rib cage roll open. Give yourself some space. Okay, and then we're going to release out of that twist. Now we're going to do the hug hold. So again, I'm just gonna get nice and close to my right knee here and hug it in as tight as I can, pulling it in towards my chest, and then I'm gonna start dropping my left shoulder, my head, so I'm bringing some weight down. And then at the same time, I'm thinking about pulling my right hip back down to the right. Breathing into that stretch. See if you can take some belly breaths as you're thinking about what's going on in your body here. And again, you kind of really have to start thinking about it to build that mind muscle connection here, and kind of think about your hip really pulling down to the right as you're pulling your shin in towards your chest, and as you're pulling it over to the left side as well. So there's that push-pull tight motion. All right, so we're going to release out of that. Come on up. And then we're going to release all the way. So we're going to go into a V-sit here, and then just kind of go forward and stretch the inner lines of the legs. Bring the hands back behind you like I have, and just try to sit up nice and tall. Now you can use a block underneath your seat or just a cushion or a bolster if you would like to. Point your toes up. A good indication to if you don't know if you need a bolster or block is that if you're sitting like this, but you are really looking like this, then you need to prop your hips up, okay? But if you can sit with mostly a flat back, just like I am, and you're not activating or anything, then you're probably fine without a block. You can even roll up the back of your mat. Maybe you just need a ½ inch, and that could also make a difference. So explore different options. Again, just might not be very much lift that you need, but sometimes a ½ inch could mean a lot in how you can get a little bit deeper into your hamstrings, stretching into your hamstrings, and also just helping to lengthen the low back as opposed to rounding the low back and your shoulders, and you're trying to use more abs if your hip flexors are really tight. So to mitigate those tight hip flexors, nothing you can do about it right now, but you can prop yourself up. So enough talk, we're going to just reach forward here, and you can go to your full range of motion. You can just hold on to your feet or inner lines of the legs, and you're just going to settle yourself down. Maybe you have a cushion or bolster in front of you, and you can lie on that and just kind of let your weight drop down forward if that feels good. And we're just going to hold here for a few more breaths, breathing into the back. Think about drawing your collarbones forward as opposed to just kind of straight down in front of you. So more out this way towards the top part of your mat, and that'll get your low back a little more lengthened in the posture. All right, so slowly start to rise back up. From there, we're going to get onto the back and start rolling like a ball. So make sure you have space back behind you. Grab onto the backs of the knees, or just free up your hands and use more core to rock and roll. Inhale back and exhale forward. You don't have to do full range rocking, just half range rocking is fine as well. And come on back onto your back for happy baby pose. Grab onto the knees or your shins or your feet, rocking side to side. Deep breath in through the nose, deep breath out through the mouth. Alright, hold on to your right knee and let the left leg go away onto the floor, or maybe your knee is bent if that feels better on your back. Squeeze your right knee in towards your chest, and then let's take it over to the left side, down to the floor. Place your left hand on the outer right leg there, just adding a little bit of weight, and try to guide it down towards the floor. Unless it's too intense, then you can point that knee more down or stack your knees, pulling that left knee underneath your right knee. Play around with range of motion on that right arm, reaching above your head, reaching down below your shoulder with the arm, trying to make it mostly straight. But if you need to bend your elbow, then that's completely fine as well. So take your time here, slowly release, come back to center, give yourself a hug, pull the knees in, breathe into your back, let that go, hug the left knee in towards your chest this time, let the right leg go away. So breathe into that stretch, and then guide the knee over to your right side. Reach your left arm out to the left. Just kind of keep those lungs open, staying focused on the present, what's going on in your body, how this side feels and how it compares to the other side. Okay, take another deep breath in through the nose, deep breath out through the mouth here. And slowly release it, coming back to center, and give yourself a hug. Pulling the knees in, breathe into your back. Let that go. Windshield wipers are next, feet to the floor. Knees are bent. Bring the arms open to a T position and let the knees go left and right. So feet are about hip distance apart. You can even bring the feet wider and the knees wider. And just find that range of motion. So just kind of seeing how far the knees can also get down towards the floor, or the outer knee, and both the outer knee and the inner knee. So you can kind of pause when you feel that range of motion, and you'll feel that twist across the hip flexors. You'll feel that kind of across the belly and then from the shoulders as well. Breathing into that stretch here as you're going along. Try to mostly use momentum here and not really pushing it as we're winding down right to Shavasana pretty soon. Relaxing the feet here as you're moving side to side. Think about ungripping the tailbone and glute muscles. Whenever you're ready, you can move right into Shavasana, straighten one leg at a time, or get into any other comfortable position, seated, or lying on your side, or a belly, whatever is going to be as less distracting as possible for you for the next few moments, so that you can just focus on your breath. So start by taking a deep breath in, filling the lungs, expanding the belly. Right up to the top, take a deep breath out through the mouth, emptying the lungs, slowly and slowly emptying the belly. Visualize, watch it, feel it. Feel all the breath leave. And at the very bottom of that breath, maybe pausing for a moment and then beginning again. Taking a deep breath in, filling the lungs, filling the belly, expanding the rib cage, expanding the upper back, even breathing right up to the shoulders, and then a long, long exhale out. So just kind of keep flowing in that breath. Okay, and then slowly just starting to shift your awareness down to your feet and through the heels. Relax your calf muscles, relax the backs of the legs. And relaxing through the low back, up through the mid, upper back. Feel the shoulder blades settle down and back, along with the backs of the arms, backs of the hands, and the whole back of the head. And begin to soften through the forehead. Let all the muscles around the eyes and cheeks all relax. Eyelids feel heavy. The jaw completely relax. Let the tongue and the mouth go completely still. Bring your attention back to your breath. Smooth inhale in, smooth exhale out. Keep that flowing, keep that rhythm flowing. Notice the sound with your breath. Notice when your mind travels elsewhere, outside your breath, outside the room to past or future events, not in the present moment, and see if you can gently guide your attention back to the present, what's going on in your body and breath again. Feel your whole back body connected and grounded to the floor. Your whole front body open, receiving breath, letting it go. Whole body relaxing, the whole body breathing together. So just taking your time, slowly bringing attention back to your breath. Deep breath in through the nose, fill the lungs. Some sound back into your breath and just slowly adding on bits of motion here. Moving around in fingers and toes, maybe rocking the head from side to side. Maybe reaching overhead, morning stretch, and maybe bending the knees, rocking the knees side to side. Just some more windshield wipers, whatever is going to feel most intuitive for you to reawaken the body right now. Rocking, rolling over onto your right side. And from there, just making way to seated or continue in your relaxed pose and your meditation journey. So, namaste, everybody. Thanks for joining me tonight, and hope you have a great week. Yeah, leave a comment below if you have something to say, and you can also direct message me if you have any questions as well. You can check out archive videos on my Facebook channel and on Melissa Shippey Live Elements YouTube channel. And you can do yoga every day of the month, probably. I think there could be 30 videos or something, maybe. Or do videos over and over again, because I'm not taking them down as far as I know. So yeah, and you can join me next week if you want to for Vinyasa Flow Yoga on Mondays at 7, and then back at HITT Core on Wednesdays at 7. Like this video if you like it, and share it if you like it.